Hey guys, welcome back to Susie on the Farm. We are going to jump right into today's projects. I had this lampshade. It was a little bit damaged, but I absolutely love the shape of it, and I had the perfect lamp to go with it. But I thought that I would try a paint inlay on this lampshade. It's been a while since I've done that. So I gave the entire thing one coat of DIY cottage colors in the color Crockery. I'm a little bit obsessed with this color. This is the first time that I am using it, and I am absolutely loving it. So I did another coat on it, and this one I went pretty heavy, but did it really even. So it's a thick coat of paint, but it's really smooth and even. I wet the inlay on the paint side, and then I laid it in, and this is from the Folie paint inlay, one of the new ones that just came out. It's full of all these gorgeous florals and embellishments, and the colors are not just for Christmas. They have a little bit of a Christmas vibe to them, but can be used year round. So after I got it pressed into that wet paint really good, I misted over my paint inlay one more time, and I got off the excess water and I let it dry, and now I am wetting it again to pull back. And I have got a little bit obsessed with paint inlays, and this right here is the reason why. I love pulling that paint back and seeing that gorgeous image transferred into my paint like I hand painted it myself. And this one turned out amazing. So for the lamp, I did paint it in Crockery, and I put just a little bit of the rose on the front there. And now I am taking some DIY White Swan, and I am just dry brushing over the entire lamp. I sprayed the lampshade with a sealer, and I put it back on. Now, I love how this turned out. It's so elegant and beautiful, and I can't take a good picture with the light on, but I'm going to show it to you both ways. And Mom thinks that I should dry brush over this shade. I haven't decided quite yet. I don't like that you can see the little panty line there, but it's really not that bad, and when the light is on, you can't see it at all. So y'all let me know what you think. Should I dry brush over this paint inlay or just leave the shade as is? For the rest of this video, I just decided to go through my stash, find as many different colors as I could, and use up the rest of my Clementine Transfer Pack. So this color is Juniper. It's a DIY cottage color. This one has the built-in sealer, and I've used it before on some furniture, but I've never used it on smalls. For this cutting board, I am using Winchester. I kind of picked out the transfers that I wanted to use beforehand, and kind of found a color that was in the transfer. So this is Winchester. This is a Fusion mineral paint. All of these are on my website if you want to try some of them. With this one, I just did one coat, and then I heavily distressed it before I put the transfer on. This is just a little like a cloche base, a little riser. I've got a bunch of these. I can't remember where I got them, but I'm painting it that Crockery color like I did on the lamp, and I'm doing 2 good coats on that. I also had this little Dollar Tree pumpkin. It had some glitter words on it that I sanded off, and I'm going to pull that little stem out, and we'll replace it with something else. And for this one, I am painting Fusion Hazelwood. It's a gray color. I don't know why it looked kind of brown in that picture, but it is definitely a gray. And I also had a jar. The candles that I sell here in the store come in these mason jars. They're just plain mason jars, but I like to save them because I burn candles here at the store. And I like to save the jars because there is so much you can do with a mason jar. So I gave this one 2 coats of the Hazelwood, and this Fusion paint goes on glass. Amazing. This little teapot, I like the shape of it. As you can see, it's some kind of electrical device there that no longer works. But like I said, I love the shape of it. I loved the cork handle and on the lid. So I'm like, I'm going to go for a bold color here. And I decided to go, I think that was Prairie Sunset. I can't remember. I put a color at the front. I found a rolling pin and I mixed a little bit of Velvet Plum and Lavender Haze. I wanted a little bit lighter purple than the regular Velvet Plum, although it's a beautiful purple too. I wanted more to match the purple in that transfer. And then this is just a pickle jar that I had painted several years ago. I did the buffalo pattern on it, and it has seen better days and needed a fresh paint. So I went ahead, and since I had mixed up a little bit more of that purple, I gave it a coat too. Now to put all the transfers on, and y'all, I'm speeding through this because I know you've seen me put hundreds of transfers on. I used all the paint that I used on these has a built-in sealer, and I also let them dry overnight. And that first one I didn't do anything on. It was just a little cutting board with some leather handles that I just put the transfer directly onto. But all of these sat overnight, so the transfers came off very easily, and I had no problems putting any of these transfers on. Thank goodness, because I had really struggled last week getting transfers on because I was in such a hurry. I didn't have time to let paint sit overnight. So I got all of these transferred on, and then all I had to do was seal them up. And for that, on all of them, I used Big Top, and I also painted the handles of this rolling pin in a pretty green color called Bellwood. It just went with that purple, and it was one of the greens in that transfer, and it looks so cute. So we are about to do the reveals on all of these. Once I get all of these transfers down, I just thought that this would be a different way of doing it today. So this was the last transfer that I had left out of the Clementine pack. I'm so proud of myself for using a whole thing. And I went ahead and did a little of that Bellwood on the top of this jar too, just to give it a little interest. I had 2 left. So I put 1 on each side of this teapot, and we are about to reveal all of these. I'm going to show them to you one by one because they all looked amazing, but stay till the end because I'm going to show you all of them styled together. So y'all let me know, which color do you think this Clementine transfer looks best on? The verdict here is it looks good on anything. Yellow, purple, green, red, it doesn't matter. Clementine transfer goes with everything, and I think it goes for almost every season. It does have some berries and a few little holiday accents, but for the most part, this is just a really, really beautiful transfer pack that I hope that they keep around, because usually all of the holiday release is limited. So go ahead and get yours. I still have quite a few left on the website. I love this transfer book, and I use the entire thing. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I hope that you have been inspired. Don't forget, if you need any paint or products, visit SusieOnTheFarm.com, and I'll also be listing all of these upcycles that I did in this video too, if you're interested in some of those. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you again next week.